Coming to you live once again from the Flagami Studio. Hello, everybody, and happy Friday. Which one is the one? Which one is the one? This is the one.
I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah.
And we are live. Hello, everybody, and greetings. Yes, we're once again here at the Flagami Studio with fiber internet. It should be fun. And I got the chat here. Young Dave, don't want to make anyone jealous, but this time tomorrow I'll be on my way to Yosemite for a couple of days. Well, you are making us jealous. Anyway, I hope you can hear me okay. I don't know where I put my wireless microphone. I have somehow misplaced it, in this long trip. So I'm using this device. I hope it sounds good. Because I have no way of monitoring it. Christopher also celebrating 40 months as the chief Pelican head. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you for being here. And Greg Graham, Viking Aviator, Reming Passion, the RV DJ, our mighty moderator Sue, Natalie Driscoll from Down Under. Looks like everybody's here from Jolly and me and Sam Lopez. Yosemite is beautiful. Make sure to bring an IPA. Yeah, Yosemite is it's one of those places that looks like that movie Avatar kind of. It's like yeah. It's, RV Dog Sound is great. Yeah, this is what all the Generation Z and millennials are using these days. So I figured uh, the sound is not as good as normal, but it's good enough. Yeah, and I was gonna use this one, but then this one I will have to speak into it. So as long as you can hear me okay, next week I promise I'll have the lavalier. How long are you home for, and what's next? Will there be a mini titty lounges? Probably I should do a mini titty lounge before we go again, which is we're gonna be home for a little over a month. We're gonna be here for a little over a month at the Flagami Studio in Miami, Florida. And then what's next? Well, my hat should give you a hint. And I have no idea. I think my mom or my parents brought me this from there. Greetings from El Paso. Coincidentally, I was just editing the next video, which we happen to pass by the outskirts of El Paso. So, Sherry Brennan, happy Friday, Pelican Heads. Hello, Robert and Lily. Great videos the past few weeks. My IP, thank you so much, Sherry. And my IPA for Yosemite is IPA 395 from Mammoth Brewery. And what a great area! What a beautiful area! Let me tell you. I wish I was traveling out there, exploring coast to coast. Congrats, Billy Davis and Garces on the road is here. Hello, Pelican Heads, Robert and Lina. Happy Friday! And before I forget, let me get my IPA, which I don't know. I still have some IPAs from Texas, but we are in Florida now, so I'm gonna honor my home state. Or maybe we should wait until 6, right? I don't think the bar is officially open yet, but you know. Anyway, we're gonna have a Cigar City High Alai. Probably my favorite Florida beer. So cheers, everybody. Yeah, yeah, it's good. Journeys by Jay. Missed you, Robert. Got back last weekend from our trip to see the eclipse. We experienced totality from a Bucky's parking lot. It was surreal time. Yeah, if you ever able to experience totality, yeah, It's a surreal experience. Trails tonight, RVers, Bill Jim Slade, aka Santa Claus. Hello, everyone, and happy Friday from rainy Central Kentucky. Oh boy. Hey, Brody. Hello there, and air streamer greetings from Georgia. Young Dave, the Camino. Are you planning on hiking part of it? Not on this trip, but we're going to Spain. Yeah. I was in the I had this the dilemma whether I was going to do southern Spain or do like the Camino, but with an RV. We're not renting an RV; we're getting a camper van. Uh, but yeah, Jim, hurry! Sonia needs you. Are we unsupervised, Sonia? Oh no! Bob Leach, opening and pouring into frosty glasses, High India Pale Ale, along with you. Cheers! I should have brought my frosty glass, but yeah, this is good beer. Um, I'm still, kind of adapting to being back back home, but after being, it was only 6 weeks on the road, but it kind of felt longer in that sense. We got so used to moving, from place to place. Garces on the road is 6 o'clock somewhere, and it is now. So Daniel Echeverri from Paraguay. One of these days, we're gonna visit Paraguay sooner than later, maybe next year. The RVDJ, I have supervision today. LOL. Well, there you go. What fun is that? Bob Pooley, back in Arizona from the Eclipse trip, camping in Benson, Arizona, cool town Benson, and Raul Medina, whom we met in person from San Antonio, but today watching you from Seven Magic Mountain near Las Vegas. Oh, really? The Seven Magic Mountains? I've been there. You haven't seen that yet in this current series. But of course, Raul Medina was part of our live audience last week in San Antonio. Uh, Young Dave, El Camino de Santiago. Martin Sheen did a nice movie about the experience called The Way. Yeah, I watched it, and I've been meaning to do the Camino for a long time, and it's not going to happen on this trip. Um, Actually, let me show you, since we're here, and if you're going to be anywhere along my path, this is kind of going to be the trip as it stands right now. This is an app I discovered. It's called Campy, and it shows all kinds of camping or parking areas. Like to overnight and places where you can dump the cassette toilet, uh, that kind of thing. So yeah, Daniel Echeverri, vente para Sudamérica, bro. Aquí tenemos RVs también. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. Maybe next year. I've never been to South America. In fact, I've never been in the southern hemisphere of our lovely planet. So, Letitia Carver, cheers! Happy Friday! Can't wait to see your Spain videos. Safe travels. Thank you. And before I continue with your comments, I have a bunch of mail. Since we were away for 6 weeks, you know, luckily we didn't get any packages that could potentially get returned, but we got a bunch of mail, and I want to, make sure you guys see it. This one coming from Mr. Heath from Los Osos, California, and Mr. Heath has sent me, several letters along the years, along with some super cash. Yeah, thank you, Robert, if you're watching. Very, very, very nice letter. Like he even sent me some pictures from my last mini tini lounge, which average view duration 15-20, and he says it should be 2 hours. My average view duration. I think so too, but I guess people go in and out. Um, anyway, let me Oh, this one is lovely. This one is from Larry Whitler. Hi, Robert and family. I hope this finds you well, and I hope the watercolor painting of Mini Teeny brings you a little joy. We love your videos. Thank you. This is beautiful. I mean, the folks at the post office kind of bent it a little bit, but check it out. That's a beautiful watercolor right there of Mini Teeny on a campfire next to a creek or a small river. Yeah, I have to figure out look for a place where I can properly display this. This is very, very, very nice. I love it. Raul Medina, thank you for that super chat. Thank you. And you and Eli were so sweet. Thank you so much. No, thank you. Thank you for hanging out. And it was great to meet you. Hold on. I don't want to damage the watercolor. Yeah, I think this envelope is a little too small for it. Oh, and it comes with certificate of authenticity. So that's very cool. Um, this one, oh, this is from our friend Mark in Arizona. And if you remember, Mark was one of the original, friends who came to help with the clearing of Pelicamp. Mark and Greg and Rob. But he's offered to join me on the rim to rim hike in the Grand Canyon. We might try to attempt to do that next year. I have to get in shape. Have to, which I have started to get in shape. I gained like 10 pounds on this last trip, but the food was so good, man. That barbecue in Texas and the Mexican food in New Mexico. And this one is just an envelope from Greensboro, North Carolina, and it says God's simple plan of salvation. God loves you. Please read. Thank you. But I don't have the name of the person who sent it to me. Just from Greensboro, North Carolina. This one from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Another very, very, very nice letter here from Beverly Evans. And yeah, thank you. Memorial of Jesus' death. I got one more from our friend Steve Giblin, eyeglasses guy, who was Steve sends me stuff from time to time, and he uh, he came to the Miami meetup. And by the way, Steve, thank you for that super check, super cash, yes. And he recommends a deep sea fishing trip. So we're gonna look into that. We're gonna definitely look into that. Thank you for your letter. I always read them all. I seldom reply just because you know you know me. Rick, what hat is that? Well, I'm glad you asked. Since we're going to Spain, and I'm channeling. At some point I want to go back to Spain and do the Camino. So that's the hat. Let me just Jim in DC, just watch that drop off at Gibraltar. It's a big rock, I hear. Well, Gibraltar is kind of there's a parking. Gibraltar is this British colony, very close to the very southern tip of Spain, and it's somewhere around here. I don't know if this is gonna work. Parking. That's a parking right on the Spanish side of the border with Gibraltar, and we're just gonna walk into town. That's kind of the idea. The La Linea is the name of the town. Oops, those are my stats. 339 concurrent viewers. We'll see. The trip is a month away, but it's still in the early stages of planning. With well, not so early. I already made 2 restaurant reservations. Believe it or not. Cindy G, that's a beautiful print. Thank you. Bob Leach, have you explored around Golden Valley much? Also, the watercolor art is spectacular to whom the artist might be. Thank you. Yeah, it is. I love it. Um, I've gone around Golden Valley a little bit. Of course, I did buy an acre of land there. So, Brewmaster Chef Jorge, hello, Robert and Lily. Good to see you guys back home. Thank you, thank you. We're glad to be back home for a little bit. And I reset the chat because it's William Brody, Jim in the Sea. What's a calendar? I don't remember what day it is. Well, mark your calendars for NJ 24 because it's gonna be a summer full of meetups. I'm afraid. Good to be here. Good to see you, Jerome Appleton. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Big family expedition. Hello, everyone. And Jim in DC, I can never remember what day it is because they keep changing it. I know, right? The goal. Greg Graham, Gibraltar is great. It's a British colony. Yeah, and they have monkeys on top of a hill. I've been to Gibraltar many years ago, 2001, I believe. I went. Oh, there you go. But if you go up the mountain, watch out for the monkeys. Yeah, I do remember the Gibraltar monkeys. Alan Parr, hello all, cheers. Hey, moderators and music lovers all around the world. Robert Ely and mom. Has anybody seen my mom? I haven't seen my mom here, and I told her we were uh, doing the live stream. William Oberlander, thank you so much for everything. Love you. Thank you. And Speedy Ford, we did the Black Gap 4x4 trail in Big Bend National Park a few weeks ago. Did you try any trails with your truck? We did the Old Ore Trail that goes to the Ernst Tinaja trail. And that's the only one. Yeah, I wanted to do the River Road and some, but we did some in Moab 2 weeks after. So yeah, I hope to make one of the meetups this summer. Well, this summer we have the two Winnebago rallies. Is going to be the Camp Winnebago, which used to be called the Winnebago Grand National Rally, and that's in mid-July. And then after that, we're having a rally for the Towables, the Winnebago Towables, in Shipshewana, Indiana. So those are the two. And then NJ24. I'm sure we're going to have something in South Florida at some point. We have to, right? Air Streamer, Robert, are you going to M24 meetup this year? Not M24. I'm not going to be able to. There happens to be a wedding we have to attend to that same week in Georgia. So it's not like we're going to be able to make the trek up and down. But we're going to NJ24. Steve Giblin, you're here. Spain is going to be a super trip. I think so too. I'm really stoked. I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, young Dave. Whenever I see the Rock of Gibraltar, it brings back memories of Prudential Insurance. Really. And Jeffrey DiBertolo. Okay, I'm watching it now, and listening to Jimmy Buffett lately. Says Barry 81 Jones. Um, yeah, yeah. Very sad that he's no longer with us. Jeffrey DiBartolo, sorry, I thought I was texting my wife. Hello. The RVDJ is playing Saturday night at M24. There you go. Barry 81 Jones, thank you for that super channel. I forgot I had the annoying little bell. Courtesy of our friend Casita RV Life. The RV dump station. Thank you for that super chat. Can I get a birthday shout out? And happy Friday from Alabama. The RV. Happy birthday, RV dump station. Happy birthday to you. Greg Graham, how will you travel to Spain? Well, we're hopping on an airplane, American Airlines. We were going to do the cruise, but we waited too long for the cruise. And there were very few cabins left, and it became prohibitively expensive. So we're not going to do the cruise. We're just going to fly and Speedy Four, did you enjoy the trails in Moab? Which trails? Well, we did one, but I didn't drive it. You know, we had a guide. We did the Devil's Backbone. Was it the Devil's? No, Hell's Revenge. We did Hell's Revenge, and yeah, I wouldn't have been able to drive that one. I would have damaged the Jeep. And then we did the Longo Canyon Trail, and we did a little bit of the Schaefer Trail. We just run out of time. You know, the thing with Moab, as I think I mentioned that, you know, I was doing a video for Sun Outdoors for them, so I was basically hired by them. They're gonna do all the filming and editing. I'm just there to look pretty in front of the camera, basically. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait for you to see it. Join us by Jay. So when you're there, get a piece of the rock. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Piece of the rock. And Jimmy DC, if you keep a stone from Gibraltar, you own a piece of the rock. Yeah, right. Um, Everything is fantastic. You are fantastic, says William Oberlander. And Jackie Trujillo, hey, Robert, and everybody, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, too. And going places from Zimbabwe. Hey, Robert, hope everything is well. Everything is great. Everything is pretty good. By the way, my mom, I don't know if she's here. She's feeling a little better. Her eyesight's still not getting much better, but there's improvement. I think there's light at the end of the tunnel there. So, uh, Chris Nickel, oh, here again. Okay, thank you. And Gibson, we saw Barry Manilow sing Copacabana in New York City at Radio City Music Hall. That was been a, a good concert. Michael Sullivan, so loud through earbuds. I'm sorry if it sounds bad or distorted. I can't seem to locate my wireless mic, and this one is not optimal for. I mean, I could probably use this one, but check, check, check. I don't know. This one, let's see. But then I cannot move around too much. This one has to be like there. This one has to be very close to my mouth in order to sound. I don't know. What do you guys think? Or AirPods. I don't know. Yeah, Moab, Young Day, Moab was great. Margaret Contreras, hola Roberto, happy Friday, love your videos, keep them coming from Bernie and Margaret in Arcadia, California. Will do. And I can't wait to visit California again. Um, are you in Come Back Home, Robert? Yeah, we're back in the Flagami Studio. And everybody say hello to my mom. Greetings, everyone. Hope you have a nice weekend. Love, mom. All right. There she is. She's doing okay. And she's here. Exploring coast to coast. You sound perfectly fine to us. I like it loud. I'm half deaf, says William Overlander. So, hey, let's get loud. Let's get loud. Everybody, come on, hear that sound. I make up the lyrics as I go along. So, thank you everybody for greeting my mom here at the live stream. And while you do that, I'm gonna have another sip of my IPA. Mouth getting dry. So let me go a little farther back here in the Billy Davis. I was wondering if you have been to Wichita Falls, Texas yet. No, no, yet. I've been to Wichita, Kansas, but no Wichita Falls, Texas. And I think we were very close. I mean, we did a little bit of Texas on this particular trip. We had hola, Robert from Destin, Florida. I envy you. I want to go to Destin, man. And I was hoping to do like a quick Florida loop around Florida before the Spain trip, but I think it's gonna have to be after. It's just timing is not gonna work out. The RV DJ, Traveling Robert Staples, come out of my back on Monday. Finally, I will be unsupervised. Yay! Be careful, don't get too close to a magnet, and those staples might unsupervised. That's good to know. Uh, so, Robin Minkler, happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday to you. Jay Brook, hey man, I'm a fan. Well, thank you. And William Overlander, hola mi hermano. Hello, my brother. Which, by the way, we went to Los Pollos Hermanos. We did a little bit of a Breaking Bad tour again in in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We enjoyed it a lot. Actually, this time around, we enjoyed New Mexico more than on any other trip before. Peppermint Patty. Hi, Mom and Robert. I'm back to walking with a strong limb after my broken ankle 4 months ago. Thank God it's almost over. Your channel has helped my mood. Hope your ankle is still good. My ankle is still good. I don't think these things ever heal entirely. Still when I'm driving for like over 2 hours at a time or during a strenuous hike, it'll hurt a little bit, but it is strong now, and it's not like a pain. It's just a little discomfort. Anyway, happy Momo. Good morning from Tokyo, Japan. Another place that we want to visit at some point. Uh, Did the people who own Walter White's house try to chase you away? No, they weren't there. I mean, they have signs in front of the house, and they have this big fence now. It's like, in my opinion, they ruined the place. If I owned that house, I would do some licensing agreement with whoever owns the rights to Breaking Bad, and I will decorate it exactly as in the movie. I would even sell like $5 pizzas for people to throw it on the roof. I would do like a Ferengi and make some profit out of the property for sure. Speedy Ford, thanks Robert for all your videos and live vids. Love being able to ask you questions about your travels. No, I'm here. I'm here for you guys, and I really enjoy doing this every Friday. Which, when we are in Spain, it may not happen every Friday because it's gonna be midnight Spain time. So we might move the live stream an hour or two earlier. It just depends. Uh-oh, my supervision is here. LOL, Jim Foster. Now you behave yourself. Jay Brook, my dad loves watching your videos. Well, thank you. I'm glad he likes him. And Bill loves the USA. I'm seeing big sales coming. How much does everyone think can be negotiated off prices? Of price? Big sales coming? I don't get it. And Earl Wilson, hello from a beautiful Antelope Valley, California. The trip to the UP of Michigan is on hold, broke 3 toes, and it hurts to drive. I'm so sorry to hear that. Antelope Valley, California. Jimmy, this is Staples. Your surgeon hasn't gone paperless. I'm telling you. William Overlander, when there's a thunderstorm, you'll feel stuff for years. Then it gets better. Well, hopefully it gets better. Daniel Ruiz, hi mom. Greg Graham, when you are in Spain, you'll be closer to the UK time, so that's good. Yeah, we're gonna do it like probably 10, 11 p.m. Madrid time or Spain time, which I believe is an hour off from the Greenwich Mean Time. Hello, Robert. Happy Friday. How would you describe your trip to West in short? Was it a success? Well, I would say resoundly yes. Okay, I had several goals, and if you listen to the podcast this morning, you know what those goals were. To watch, to be able to experience totality on the solar eclipse, check. To buy Pelican West, check. And to do some of the things that we had skipped in previous trips, check. Big Bend National Park, the very large array in New Mexico, the Valley of Fires in New Mexico, not the one in Vegas, Area 51, and you haven't seen all those videos yet, but you will. And then the final goal was to comply. You know, I made this deal with Sun Outdoors, so we had to do 3 episodes. I think they're going to be like 10 in total. So yeah, it was a success in that sense. Some parts were a little rushed, like the return trip, because I wanted to go with mom to that doctor's appointment. So we kind of try to make a like a beeline to the west and a beeline back. Um, Roads I view. Hi Robert, I started running on the treadmill while watching your videos. So far, I ran from Florida to Alaska with your help. Hey, that's a long way. Jim Foster. Well, low gas pressure in the trailer. Luckily, campground Bruce is a gas guy and fixed the problem. It's just not rapping on something, but you know where to rap. Stock regulator. Well, if it is cold, you know, you want to have that gas pressure as good as possible. Journeys by Day. Can't wait to see your visit to Area 51. That was a lot of fun. Well, you know, fun in a sense. You know, it was very interesting. Remy Passion, love listening to Traveling Robert podcast. He had a great summary of the trip. Thank you. And the podcast, by the way, Living the RV Dream. Just look for it on iTunes or wherever you do. Can you remind us how we might see the Sun Outdoors videos? Do they have their own YouTube channel? Yes, they have their own YouTube channel. It's called, I believe it's called Sun Outdoors. This thing's reminding me now of the live stream. Really. We started this like, yeah, I guess I never acknowledged. Um, okay, I totally lost my train of thought. Raul E. Medina, I wish your Las Vegas video was edited before I came out here. Let me tell you something, you haven't missed much. We didn't do much in Las Vegas. It rained the whole time, which is not supposed to rain in Las Vegas. You know where it's not supposed to rain either? In Dubai. And they had like flooding and stuff. Luckily, we didn't get any flooding in Las Vegas, but we basically did two things. We went to the Sphere, and that is an experience that you have to experience it in person. I mean, I took some video, but really, the Sphere is it's a leap in technology. And then we went to those 7 sculptures out in the desert, and we wanted to do more stuff in the desert, but we decided instead of that, you know, we made it a couple of work days. I mean, we had some fun in Las Vegas, as you do. And then went to Area 51. Terry Ria, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. And Daniel Ruiz, thank you for that super chat. Where did you live in Spain and how long? I lived in Madrid from September 1987 through December 1988. It's been a minute. Bob, love the vids. Am I missing something? But have you been to Lake Powell? Water levels are going up, so worth a look if you've never seen it. Rent a houseboat, like a floating RV. Yes, I've been to Lake Powell many years ago, 10 years ago, actually. It's going to be 10 years in June. And we didn't rent a houseboat. We took a tour that takes you into two of the canyons and around the island, which is probably a peninsula with the low levels right now. But yeah, we've done Lake Powell and we'll do it again. I cannot answer that call right now. Gary S., good evening, Robert. When are you going to be coming through Pennsylvania again? Well, for sure, September for the Hershey RV show. So this summer is going to be one of those. We're going to begin the summer trip in Forest City, Iowa for the Winnebago Rally. Then we're going to Shipshewana, Indiana for the other rally. Then the idea, and this is off the top of my head, more or less what I want to do. I want to do something in Lake Erie, maybe do the Putin Bay again with Ely. Last time I did it with my friend Jim, which was a lot of fun, but it might be a little funner with Ely. I don't know. And I want her to see it. You know, it's a fun town. It's called Holiday Land, Ohio, all that coast of Lake Erie. We might, I may not do Cedar Point this time around, but um, and then after that, we're gonna make our way to New Jersey, to the Jersey Shore, Cape May, Wildwood, do a little bit of the Hershey Show, and then work our way north to Pennsylvania. We'll see. We'll do a little bit of the Northeast. I don't know exactly how we're gonna do it. I haven't really, um, micromanaged it. Like I'm micromanaging the Spain trip. This one, I'm really planning it like I used to, 10 years ago. You'll be a little early in Spain for the next total eclipse. Just close your eyes and capture for a couple of minutes. No, but you know what I'm doing, Jim? We're gonna scout a location, and we might even make a reservation for a location for that 2026 eclipse. We're gonna be in the area. It's gonna be a different eclipse. It's gonna last only like 2 minutes, and it's gonna be like an hour and a half before sunset. So the sun is not gonna be up there like we. It's gonna be like kind of low on the horizon. So it's gonna be different for sure. Graham, it always rains everywhere at the worst times when you least expect them, huh? Unless you're in England, and then the rain is predictable. Well, yeah, you get a lot of rain down there. Oh, except when I went to London, it's 9 years ago or 8 years ago, we had a couple of sunny days. It was crazy. Raul Medina going to Luis Miguel concert tonight in Vegas. Today is his birthday. Well, say hello to Luis. Tell him Traveling Robert says hello. And yeah, Luis Miguel is great. He's probably one of the greatest voices of our generation. Uh, Jay Brook, hey Robert, when are you going to make another video? Well, every Sunday. There's one every Sunday, unless I get sick or something happens. I'll be in Shipshewana in June, heading to Mount Rushmore. Let me consult my calendar here, because we're gonna be in Shipshewana. No, in June we're gonna be in Europe. That's July 21st. Masood Karim, Robert, will you go to Quartzsite next winter? When are you going to develop Pelican West? Did you go to Lake Mead during your trip to Vegas? I'm going Vegas in May 5. We didn't go to Lake Mead, we saw it from the highway. And yes, we're going to Quartzsite. And right after that, I'm going to see if I can maybe not fully develop Pelican West, but, you know, begin. At least do a driveway so I can at least, dry camp in it. Oops, sorry. Maybe I'll get him to connect the water and the electricity. Las Vegas trip merits a jet ski. Riding Lake Mead and all the way to the dam, Hoover Dam. That would be cool. Rain is a good thing if you're a storm chaser. I guess it is, yeah. Uh, Rain makes corn. Corn makes whiskey. Hey, let it rain. Make it rain, baby. When do you plan on going to Bikini Bottom? I don't know where that is. Every Sunday at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Yes, sir. Um, Super Mods. Yes, we have the greatest moderators here. Refills anyone? Nah, thank you, Sonia. I still have a little bit. Besides, my mom wouldn't allow it. Merci de la O. Whiskey makes my baby feel a little frisky. LOL. Yeah. Are you coming back into Las Vegas, Robert? Probably. I mean, Pelican West is 90 minutes from Vegas, so we can make it a day trip. Sure, why not? It all depends what RV we're gonna have at the time. How's that for a teaser, huh? Pelican West getting any permanent camper or buildings? Yes. Don't know when. Probably when it starts cooling down again. Because right now it's gonna start getting horribly hot, and the bugs are like drones, and it's not a fun experience. But once it starts cooling down again, I'm gonna develop two more RV sites, and my main RV site is gonna become like a tiny house or something like that. Or maybe I'll talk to Monabago, into getting, selling me one of those, like the Voyage, for example, which is their larger um, rig. So have you begun talking to Monabago about next mini tini? I don't want to jinx it, but yes, whiskey from is from Ireland. Whiskey is from Scotland and from Kentucky and Tennessee, and I think pretty much every state makes whiskey. We had a great whiskey actually from it's an agave bourbon from San Antonio, Texas. We still have some back there. That stuff is dangerous. Who all here thinks of the original Planet of the Apes scene where the time traveling ship crash lands into Lake Mead? I didn't know that. I mean, it's been a while since I watched that movie. But greetings from Pleasant Hill, California. Well, hello there. Yep, Bourbon rules. Texas will miss you. Come back soon. Yes, I miss Texas already. I enjoyed Texas um, a lot more. We really enjoyed Texas this time around. Of course, the experiences I did with Sun Outdoors were really cool too. Agave bourbon. I'm intrigued. It's kind of sweet. It's a little too sweet. It's like it would be great like to make a like an old fashioned because you don't have to put any sweeteners on it. Just do an old fashioned as you would normally, but don't put the simple syrup. And yeah, Tracy. Hey Robert, thanks for showing me Wakonda, Missouri campground. We go every September. We have to go back there, and I'm thinking because of course, I'm going to Forest City, Iowa, but I don't want to take the same route that Google wants me to take through Atlanta, Chattanooga, um, Memphis. I think I don't know. We're gonna drive west, and we're gonna kind of cut north through Arkansas and Missouri. So we might hold on. There's one thing with AirPods; they kind of itch. So I'm kind of thinking taking that route. Taking a different route. Maybe do the Lake of the Ozarks. Do a little ones, a little Branson, Missouri, why not? And actually, Wakonda is on the Mississippi River, more farther east, but we could zigzag our way through the Midwest going north. Dan Gorman, Robert, I love your videos. Can you talk about what programs you use to make your videos? Well, the main editing program is Adobe Premiere. I mean, I haven't done a map in a while, but when I do the maps, I do them in Motion. The thumbnails I use Photoshop for, and that's about it. In the music I use Logic for making the music and for recording the voiceovers for that matter. Logic is overkill for that, but yeah, um, so that's pretty much more or less everything I use. Where did you find the best IPA in your last trip? Oh man, IPA. I really like the Moab Brewing Company, their IPA there, but there was an IPA. Oh, where was it from? Oh, Robert. Is it one of the ones I have back here? No. I want to say it was from Texas or New Mexico, or it was a tall bottle. I was drinking I think like 2 weeks ago, so I'm not gonna remember right now the name of it. But that was my favorite IPA from the trip. Garces on the road. Robert for Wilderness is selling their cabins. They are doing new ones for the whole campground and selling the old ones. Would be nice. Tiny home comes with everything inside. That's not a bad idea. Does it come with Mickey Mouse too? Um, that's not a bad idea, actually. We'll see. We'll see. I do want to have a permanent structure at Pelicamp, so I could have so I could be comfortable to work. I mean, Minitini is great for traveling and getting everywhere, but let's face it, that sitting down at that dinette every day, that's old. That's really old. So, Christopher, also, my whiskey made me sleepy. I'm off early tonight. Take care. See you next week. See you next week, Christopher. Thank you for being here, and one of those days we'll visit in Sweden. Also, Lagunitas IPA. Oh, I love Lagunitas. Yeah, that's my type of IPA. What they call the West Coast IPA. So Texas people are the nicest people on earth, but y'all can't drive. I agree. I would agree with that statement for sure. Lake Mead boat tours are nice, but the tours of Lake Powell can take you to Rainbow Bridge. I've heard that. Yeah, we need to go. We'll go back. We'll go back. William Brody, Robert, do you still speak with the guys who helped you when old Kia died? He was awesome. You know, I haven't. I've lost touch with Richard Lima. I mean, if he's watching, I texted him a couple of times after that, but it's those things that he moved. He moved to a different town, and yeah, I would love to get back in touch with him. Lonesome Pine Farm, the old cowboy. Hey, Robert from Tallahassee, Florida. Are you back home already from your Big Bend trip? Yes, we're back in Florida. We've been back for about 3 days. Whiskey is the secret word of the day. What do I win? Whiskey. Or I say one margarita, two margarita. Hi, guys. Happy Friday, Maxine Oliver. Alex Mobile, do you like other YouTube channels like as yours? I watch a bunch of YouTube channels. Yes, I do. And it's changed over the years. I still watch some of the old ones that I used to watch 10 years ago just because you get a connection with the people actually, or that kind of thing. Um, I watch all kinds of stuff on YouTube. I watch some Spanish YouTube channels as well. Some tech are YouTube channels. Boot up with Bay Sharp. Any timetable or teasers you can share with us about Minitini 5? It won't be called Minitini 5, but I don't know yet. As soon as I know, you will know. uh, did you drop a hint about new Minitini? Are you in talks with Fonapego about it? Yes. Hopefully, hopefully. Yeah, because we've already had Minitini for about a year, right? It was when April that we got Minitini for. Was it April? Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a whole year, and it's held up great. Actually, to be honest, it's the original Planet of the Apes was great. Yeah, that was a good movie back in the day. Terry Rhea, how's your mom doing? She's doing better. She's a little bit better spirits. Her eyesight is still not there, but she's doing better. Do you have any video of older Kia? No, just old Kia. Maybe you have a video of old Kia when old Kia was new. Are you getting an RV instead of a camper? Well, maybe. Uh, Maybe, and there's different types of RV go together with different types of trips. So yeah, how do you like Big Bend? Big Bend is totally underrated. That has to be now one of my favorite national. Maybe it's not like in the top tier. The top tier is where you have Glacier, Grand Canyon, Yosemite, Yellowstone. It's like the wow factor is up there. But I would put it very close in a very close second tier, just because it's huge and there's so much variety of landscapes. It's yeah. Speaking of old Kia, how's Starship doing? Starship is doing good. It's getting up there in mileage. That's why, and I'm thinking if I ever get a second RV, which a man can dream, I might, just store Minitini 4 and Starship at Pelican West. And I'll just fly to Vegas, and, take transport to Pelican West, and because it's getting up there in miles. It's how many miles you put on the current Minitini? I don't know. Haven't checked. I could kind of probably guess around 20,000, maybe more, maybe 25,000. But since trailers don't have odometers, I don't really know. So Jerry Flynn, what was the biggest surprise about Big Bend that you discovered? The variety of landscape and the fact that that border crossing is virtually unguarded. I mean, the folks from the town in Mexico, they just come on horseback, they just cross the river, they come to sell souvenirs, they go back. It's like, with all the talk you hear in the news about the border, it's like it's unguarded. It's so remote that that was one of the that was what surprised me the most, and then the variety of landscapes. It's incredible. My money is on a red Travado. Let me tell you, if the Travado had a slightly larger tanks, yeah, Travado, but it's like I don't know, like 19 gallons of fresh, 18 gallons of gray. I mean, it's yeah. If we want to boondock for any period of time, and that would be the perfect RV for boondocking. Yeah, it's we might have to get something a little bigger. The original Minitini is still in plans for a road trip. It's still there. It's holding up great. I need to move it at some point, just so it doesn't, calcify there. But I would love to. It's just a matter of doing it. Will there be another Pelicamp in near future? Just wondering. Well, I need to make a few more videos so I can make a little more money, right? The idea would be the dream would be to have two or three Pelicamps. I would love to have not a Pelicamp, but I would love to get a property somewhere in northern Georgia, North Carolina, in the mountains right there. Maybe like a log cabin. I don't know, something that I could park the RV, but something more with a structure. That would be something nice to have, and I could rent it out. Like an Airbnb. Terry Ria, are you pleased with Starship's performance so far? Was it a good purchase overall? Yes, it was. I'm getting some computer glitches here and there when it comes to. Well, I'm having and I need to take it somewhere. And I don't know if it is the truck or the trailer, but I'm having some glitches lately. This happened like on the return trip with the trailer brakes. They come on and off at random, and that could be dangerous. So that's the only thing that I need to. And sometimes, all these vehicles, when you put it on reverse, you have the camera and it gives you a trajectory line, so you know where to go. Well, they don't show all the time. And when they fail, right? When you need them the most, when you took a look into a tight space, that's when, no, we're not going to give you any trajectory lines today. So I love that Moab shirt. It totally sums up the Moab views. Yeah, I love it too. And when I saw it at the store, I'm like, yeah, I have to get it. There were other ones with the Jeep, and the colors were not like, yeah, this is the one that I. Jerome App, a YouTuber in my neck of the woods, goes by RV Jedi on YouTube. He just got a Travado. He seems to like it. He's a solo traveler. Yeah, if I was a solo traveler, maybe, because you use a lot less water, and in theory you could go 2 or 3 days without taking a shower, and that would be fine, right? But yeah, that's the thing with the Travado. And I know RV Jedi. I've watched his videos. Have you ever heard about Valley of the Gods in southern Illinois? I think of another question momentarily. Mrs. Leash asks me, why do you have to ask him so many questions? No, I only know about Valley of the Gods in Utah, which I was going to go to Valley of the Gods in Utah to retake my profile picture here because I have aged a little bit, since I took that one in 2019. But it was snowing and it was going to be a muddy mess, so I decided not to do it. Jeffrey DiBartolo, I love my Class B. I use it for short trips. I use my trailer for longer trips. Yeah, that would be the perfect world. I have to have a trailer for certain things and have a Class B for other types of trips. Like, for example, if I want to do Route 66 from Chicago to all the way to LA, Santa Monica, I want to be able to stop at every single spot, and not, have to find the campground and then take the truck and, just with a class B or a C minus, a small C, you could stop at all the points of interest along the way and just have your one vehicle, not towing anything behind. Um, Anywho, rich life of road trips. Hello there. I have a feeling Robert is getting the view for the next RV. I'm not saying. I'm not saying anything. Hey, Herbie! Hello to my Pelican Head family and to my friends Ravel Robert. Hello there. Maybe I'll get a Tiffin Allegro bus. No, but then that wouldn't be a Winnebago, so I wouldn't be able to do that. Winnebago doesn't make a big class, 8 diesel pushers anymore. One last thing for me, Tracy. You are a lot of the reason I decided to get a camper. We love your videos. We sing the song every time we start one. Thank you. No, you're very welcome. I'm trying to. You didn't go back to Valley of the Gods? Oh no, yeah, I was so close, man. But it was snowing, and the weather forecast looked bad for like the next 2 days. And Valley of the Gods under wet conditions could be a muddy mess. So I'm like, we made a. I was driving under a pretty heavy snow. It wasn't sticking, but it was. And I'm like, where is it not snowing? Albuquerque. So I made an executive decision. I, on the spot, reserved 3 nights at the KOA in Albuquerque, and we went to Albuquerque and had a great time. Had some great food. Leslie Evans, where is your next adventure going to take you? I'm just going to show you. And of course, this is a rough draft. This is not finalized by any means, but no, but this is it. Anyway, rich life of road trips. I love my Class C. Yeah, Class C would be the way to go, right? Um, that's a good idea to do Route 66 with my Class B. Yep. And my mom says, thanks for the greetings. Everybody say hello to my mom once again. Hmm. Oh, we're running out of time here. Time flies when you're having fun. Uh, I understand, but Valley of the Gods is the greatest place I've ever boondocked. Me too. It's one of the. I mean, it's. I thought that, and then I discovered the wall in South Dakota. But Red Canyon in Utah. Whenever I drive through the arch on the road there, I feel like I'm in a Roadrunner cartoon. Guess where we boondocked one night on this trip? Um, we try to chase the good weather in our travels. It's nice to be flexible. Yeah, there were a couple of things that were not flexible. Of course, the eclipse was happening on April 8th, no matter what. So I had to be on April 8th in the path of the eclipse. Besides, I signed the contract with the Son of Doors. But but yeah, for the most part, the rest of the trip we made reservations like the day before. I mean, hard to get ones. We used Camp Nab, and like for the national parks and the state parks, some of them, look for cancellations. But other than that, we were super flexible on those. Jeff's Junk Box, my wife and I found your channel a couple of months ago while doing research for a trip, and we absolutely love your videos. P.S. My wife is Cubana. Well, there you go. Thank you. I'm glad you like it, and welcome to the Pelican Heads, as we call ourselves here. Eh, da- 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 da. Masud Karim, there are so many historical mosques in that region of Spain. Show them in your videos. Absolutely, that the whole southern Spain used to be part of the Arab, Muslim world for centuries. It's only until the 1400s that they call it the Reconquista. They reconquered all that land. But yeah, there's a lot of mosques. Some of them have been repurposed as cathedrals, and definitely La Mezquita de Córdoba. Uh, the mosque in Cordoba in Spain. That's one that is not to be missed. And of course, the Alhambra in Granada. I mean, we're gonna try to do all those. Elda Sanchez, our Georgia family. We're waiting for you, but next time. Yeah, this time we just didn't have time to stop in Georgia, but we will next time. Do you plan to venture into the rest of Europe after Spain? Not on this trip. But it is my goal to do at least one European trip every year, at least one international trip every year. Let's broaden, a little more. But uh, Arizona RV Homestead and Travels. Hey Robert, I had a pacemaker place since you visited Golden Valley. I saw that on Facebook, man. I hope everything is okay. And yeah, Arizona RV Homestead and Travels is our new neighbor there. Well, I'm their new neighbor there in Golden Valley. We're like a block and a half away, so that's really cool. We have a Travato 59K and a Grand Design fifth wheel. Gives us the best of both worlds. I would agree. I would agree. Uh, After Reconquista, Spanish ham was invented, and what a great invention that is. And trust me, I'm going to be on a diet for a month because I know I'm going to gain 20 pounds when I go to Spain. We'll have so much jamon and paella. And any plans to go back to Norway from the Viking Aviator? No immediate plans, but as I said, I want to do a European trip at least once a year. And we loved Norway, and that trip was so rushed, because we rented the RV in Finland and we had 2 weeks, and I tried to, do this. I mean, we didn't stay at any campgrounds hardly ever because we just were going on the go. And there's the midnight sun, so we could stop driving at 10, 11 p.m. And that's when we said like, okay, and over there you can just it's like Alaska, you can just boondock anywhere on the side of the road. It's great. Neighbors with knowledge and tools are great, Herbie. You'll get to meet him in August. Yeah, I agree with that. Uh, Exploring nature. Hello, hello, Robert. Hello, exploring nature. And I'm going to start wrapping this one up because, we've been at it for an hour already. And I'm out of beer. Michael Bazinet, good evening. Robert, thank you. Good evening to you. Bob Lees, you don't look like you've gained weight. Maybe there's something wrong with your scale. That's it. The scale is defective. That must be it. Yeah, all that brisket and baked beans and sopapillas and Mexican food. That wouldn't have anything to do with it, right? What's the one big upgrade you like to have on Mini TD5? One big upgrade. Well, it's gonna have an engine to begin, not to begin, like a engine, and I'd like to have as much battery as I can. If I can put 1,000 amp hours on that thing, I will. So we'll see. We'll see. At the RVDG, last call for alcohol. Closing time. One last call for alcohol. So get your whiskey and beer. I forgot the words to the song. Good night, everyone. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Thank you. Good night, all. On your way to the exit, don't forget to give a traveling rubber a big thumbs up and hit the like button. And Journeys by J.O. Time flies. It's only been 2 weeks, but I've missed my fellow Pelican heads. Cheers to all. Safe travels. Happy camping. And cheers. Cheers to all of you guys. And let me get my guitar here to sing us good night and good luck. I haven't played. This is a great guitar. I haven't played this guitar in over 6 weeks, and it's still perfect tune. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah, I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. Yeah, 'cause I'm free in my RV. Riding. Good night, everybody. And thank you so much for watching. And see you next week. Same time, same place. Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be here at the Flagami Studio once again. Bye, everybody. Happy Friday.